We're now going to look at the verb to control, its meaning, how it's commonly used in business and work situations, and how to use it correctly in the present, past, and future tenses. You'll see clear practical examples and realistic business conversations that show you how native speakers use the verb control naturally at work. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to use control confidently in meetings, reports, and everyday professional communication. The verb control means to 1. Have power over something or someone. 2. Manage, limit, or direct how something happens. 3. Prevent problems or keep situations stable. Control is a regular verb. The present of control is control. The past is controlled. And the past participle is controlled. Some common uses of the verb control include 1. To control costs. 2. Control spending. 3. Control quality. 4. Control risk. 5. Control a process. And 6. Control a situation. Next, we will look at present forms of the verb control. The present simple of the verb control is used for habits, routines, roles, and general facts. 2 example sentences include: I control the project budget. She controls how resources are used. The present continuous of the verb control is used for actions happening now or temporary situations. Its structure is subject plus am, is, or are plus verb with ing. Example sentences include: I am controlling costs more carefully this quarter. She is controlling the process during the transition. The present perfect of the verb control is used for past actions with results that matter now. The structure is subject plus have or has plus past participle. And 2 example sentences include: I've controlled expenses successfully this year. She has controlled the situation effectively. The present perfect continuous of the verb control is used for showing how long an action has been happening up to now. The structure for this is subject plus have or has plus been plus verb with ing. Example sentences include: I have been controlling spending since the budget review. She has been controlling quality throughout the project. We will now look at the past forms of the verb control. The past simple of the verb control is used for finished actions at a specific time in the past. The structure is subject plus the past verb. Example sentences include: I controlled costs during the last quarter. She controlled the situation calmly. The past continuous of the verb control is used for actions that were in progress at a past moment. The structure for this is subject plus was or were plus verb with ing. Example sentences include: I was controlling the process when the issue occurred. She was controlling expenses while sales were falling. Past perfect of the verb control is used for actions completed before another past action. The structure for the past perfect of the verb control is subject plus had plus past participle. Example sentences include: I had controlled the risks before the audit started. She had controlled spending before the crisis hit. Past perfect continuous of the verb control is used for showing how long an action had been happening before a past point. The structure for this is subject plus had plus been plus verb with ing. Example sentences include, I had been controlling costs for many months before the review. She had been controlling quality long before the inspection. We're now going to look at future forms of the verb control. First, we will look at the future simple using will. This is used for decisions made at the moment, promises, or predictions. The structure for this is subject plus will plus base verb. Example sentences include, I will control costs more strictly next year. She will control the process carefully. Future continuous of the verb control is used for actions that will be in progress at a future time. The structure for the future continuous is subject plus will plus be plus the verb with ing. Example sentences include, I will be controlling expenses during the expansion. She will be controlling operations next week. The future perfect of the verb control is used for actions that will be completed before a specific future time. The structure for this is subject plus will plus have plus past participle. Example sentences include, I will have controlled spending by the end of the quarter. She will have controlled all risks before launch. The future perfect continuous of the verb control is used for showing how long an action will have continued up to a future point. The structure for this is subject plus will plus have plus been plus verb with ing. Example sentences here include, I will have been controlling costs for 5 years by then. She will have been controlling quality throughout the project. Going to is used for planned intentions. The structure for this is subject plus am, is, are plus going to plus the base verb. Example sentences for this include, I am going to control expenses more closely. She is going to control how the system operates from now on. You're now going to hear a conversation which includes each of the tenses for the verb control that we looked at earlier in this video.
I control the department budget.
Right now, you're controlling costs very closely.
Yes, I have controlled spending successfully so far.
And you have been controlling expenses since the review.
Last year, I controlled costs during a difficult period.
I remember you were controlling operations during the crisis.
That's right. I had controlled the risks before the audit.
And you had been controlling quality for months by then.
Next quarter, I will control spending even more carefully.
During that time, you will be controlling multiple projects.
By the end of the year, I will have controlled all major risks.
And by then, you will have been controlling budgets for over 10 years.
I'm also going to control how resources are allocated.
Here is a useful table which includes all of the tenses that we covered in this video. This table includes the tense, its meaning, and an example sentence for each tense. If you like, you can pause the video and take your time to look at each of these in more detail. Finally, thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it useful, and as always, keep learning.